Hey,
Hi there. How can I help you today?
firstly, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
How are you? Great.
I'm great because I'm here to help you out and chat with you. What can I assist you with today?
Yeah, I've been planning to do a podcast with you. What do you say?
That sounds awesome. I'd love to be part of your podcast. Let's dive in. What kind of topics are you thinking of covering?
Yeah, we will like to cover on a topic called the future of work.
Fantastic topic. The future of work is super relevant with trends like AI, remote work, and automation. Where would you like to start exploring?
For starters, basically, which industries will be most disrupted by automation from the next 5 or 10 years?
Some of the industries expected to be most disrupted by automation in the next 5 to 10 years include manufacturing, transportation, retail, and customer service. These sectors are already seeing major shifts due to AI, robotics, and machine learning advancements.
These are seeing advancements now, but I'm asking till the next decade, to be precise.
By 2035, industries like manufacturing, transportation, logistics, retail, and healthcare are projected to face the most disruption from automation. These sectors are expected to see significant shifts in job roles, with many tasks becoming automated.
You said retail. And can you elaborate retail?
Absolutely. In retail, automation is expected to transform supply chain management, inventory control, checkout processes, and even customer service through AI powered tools, robots, and predictive analytics. This could reduce the need for human cashiers, stockers, and even some sales associates, while creating new roles in tech management and data analysis.
And is it a good thing or bad thing?
It's a mix of both. Automation in retail can drive efficiency, lower costs, and improve customer experience, but it can also lead to job displacement. The key is adapting and reskilling workers for new opportunities.
And and that's it. That's all.
In a nutshell, yes, that's the core idea. We can definitely dive deeper if you'd like more insights on any specific angle.
I mean, AI is stealing most of the jobs, but what about humans?
Humans will still play crucial roles, especially in areas requiring creativity, emotional intelligence, and complex problem solving. New jobs will emerge, focusing on managing and collaborating with AI.
I mean, for example, customer service, manufacturing, as like you said, many medical industries are replaced by AI robots, since most of the jobs will be gone for the humans. And you said new jobs will be generated and new jobs will be taking place. What do you suggest? What do you mean by new jobs? What kind of jobs that are
New
generating using AI? Especially for the AI.
Great question. New jobs could include AI trainers who teach AI systems to understand human preferences, or roles in AI ethics, ensuring technology is used responsibly. There will also be roles in maintaining and improving AI systems, and jobs focusing on uniquely human skills like empathy, creativity, and problem solving.
And do you think AI will create more jobs than it destroys, or the opposite?
It's likely to be a balance. AI will replace certain jobs, but also create entirely new ones, often in emerging fields. The key is how people adapt and reskill to meet those new opportunities.
So you said it will be balanced. Can you give me some ratio, like 1:3, 1:4, or extra?
According to recent data, AI is projected to create about 170 million new jobs by 2030, while displacing around 92 million. That's roughly a ratio of about 1.8 jobs created for every job lost.
That's good, but also sad.
Exactly. It's a double edged sword. Exciting opportunities, but also challenges for those affected. The key will be reskilling and adapting to the new landscape.
And you said using AI, new jobs will be created that are basically to train AI models to emotional intelligence, etc., etc. But to training and all purposes, these kind of things, we just need to be educated and graduated to get the job right. But since most of the manufacturers and retail industries, they don't actually are highly educated, so they don't know how to train or do something with AI. So seriously, those jobs will be affected severely, right? What are your thoughts on this?
You're absolutely right. Those jobs could face the most severe impact. That's why reskilling programs, vocational training, and making AI education accessible to all will be crucial for the future workforce.
I mean, future workforce will be starting from now, or maybe starting from last few years. But what about the citizens who are actually doing manufacturing from the last few years? I mean, they are not introduced completely to the AI, but it will take so much time to train them. And as a manufacturing company or any big tech company, how one will, I mean, how can one teach or train the person with new technology rather than just replacing them? I mean, since it will be mostly cost, I mean, what do you say? Since it's mostly cost effective, so they will be getting replaced by the new students or new trainers, right?
It's a big challenge, but companies can offer on the job training and phased introductions of technology to upskill existing workers. Partnering with educational institutions and providing continuous learning will be key to helping seasoned workers adapt and thrive alongside AI.
I mean, this will take long term, right? I mean, it could be 3 months, 4 months, or maybe years, right?
Yes, it's a longer term process. Depending on the complexity of the skills, it can take months or even a couple of years for full adaptation. But starting early and offering steady, practical training can really smooth that transition.
I mean, how should workers prepare themselves to collaborate with AI instead of comparing or competing against it?
Workers can prepare by building digital literacy, learning AI basics, and focusing on human skills like creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. Continuous learning and staying adaptable will be key.
And that's it.
That's the essence. A mindset of lifelong learning and embracing collaboration with AI can really help workers stay relevant and thrive.
I mean, they need to learn every day, right?
Exactly. Continuous learning is key. Staying curious and adapting to new tools will make all the difference in working alongside AI.
I mean, most of the factories will be occupied by one or two humans since most of the work is doing by AI agents and AI automation, right?
Yes, that's likely for many industries. Human roles may shift toward oversight, problem solving, and managing the AI systems, while AI handles much of the routine work.
I mean, this for this education is very important nowadays.
Absolutely. Education and reskilling are more important than ever to keep up with the rapid changes AI brings.
Okay. And are there any ethical limits to what task AI should take over in the workspace?
Yes, absolutely. Ethical limits focus on ensuring safety, fairness, privacy, and keeping humans in control of critical decisions.
And can you give me some examples?
Sure. For example, AI shouldn't make life or death decisions in healthcare without human oversight. And in hiring, AI must avoid biases that discriminate.
Some more examples?
Certainly, in financial services, AI shouldn't approve or deny loans without transparency and human review. In criminal justice, AI decision tools must avoid unfair profiling or infringement on rights.
That's great.
I'm glad that helped clarify things. There's a lot to think about, but it's key to balance AI's power with human values.
I mean, AI is also AI is also rapidly developing, and from the last few years,
You're right.
so sorry, from the last few years, AI has grown rapidly, right? And we are going to get, we're already getting AI agents which can think themselves and act accordingly. And in the future, this will be upgraded, and maybe AI can take human decisions or critical decisions, right?
It's true. AI is becoming more advanced at decision making. But most experts agree that humans must always stay in the loop, especially for critical decisions, to ensure safety, ethics, and accountability.
And do we need to set some rules against it? Rules against AI for the restrictions and all.
Yes, definitely. Regulations and ethical frameworks are crucial to guide AI development and use, ensuring it remains safe, fair, and aligned with human values.
Okay, and let's talk about remote work and digital nomadism. What do you say about that?
Remote work and digital nomadism are growing fast, with more companies embracing flexible setups. It's giving people freedom to live and work from anywhere, while using digital tools to stay connected and productive.
That's it. Is remote work is sustainable for all types of industries or just privileged few?
Remote work is more sustainable for knowledge based industries, like tech, finance, and media, where tasks can be done digitally. But industries like manufacturing and healthcare still require physical presence for many roles, limiting full remote adoption.
How can companies build strong cultures when their employees rarely meet in the person?
Companies can build strong cultures by fostering regular virtual meetups, encouraging open communication, and organizing occasional in person gatherings. Strong leadership and shared values help too.
But comparatively, it doesn't affect much, right? Being physically present is more effective than virtual present meetings and all, right?
You're right. Physical presence often builds trust and relationships faster. But with the right approach, like video calls, team building activities, and clear communication, virtual collaboration can still be highly effective.
Not completely effective, right?
True, it's not a perfect replacement for face to face interaction, but it can still be very effective if done thoughtfully and consistently.
Can you give me some incidents or examples regarding this incident? Like, scene.
Sure, one example is companies that host virtual team building events, like online game nights or collaborative workshops. Another example is organizations that schedule regular one on one video check ins to maintain personal connections and feedback loops.
And working from home or staying in one place will actually lead to laziness and lack of physical fitness and all, right? So, how does this affect? And what do you think about this?
You're right, working from home can lead to less physical activity if not managed well. It's important to build routines that include movement, breaks, and even outdoor time to stay balanced and healthy.
One can get more experienced moving outside rather than sitting inside and doing everything in the laptop, right? But using remote works and all, how come one person will be going out and knowing things?
You're right, remote work can limit real world experiences. To balance it, people can mix remote work with co working spaces, networking events, and travel. keeping them connected to the outside world.
I mean, they can't travel with colleagues because they are located far, far away, right?
That's true, but they can still travel on their own and meet colleagues occasionally for team retreats or conferences. That helps keep a sense of connection and variety.
I mean, if I want to ask you straight, which one do you prefer? I mean, physically present in the office or completely remote or hybrid?
A hybrid approach often combines the best of both worlds: flexibility from remote work and in person collaboration when needed. That balance can boost both productivity and well being.
And do you think VR or metaverse style offices will actually replace Zoom calls in the future?
It's quite possible. Metaverse style offices could offer more immersive and interactive experiences, making remote collaboration feel more like being together in person.
And will it affect, I mean, eyesight? Because some
That's a good
problem.
point. Extended use of virtual environments or screens can affect eyesight, so regular breaks and eye care habits will be essential to protect vision.
And what about zones? I mean, since works are done remotely, time zones will be the major problem because which will generally affect the health and sleep cycle.
You're right. Time zones can disrupt sleep and health if not managed well. Companies need to balance schedules and encourage healthy routines to avoid burnout.
Can you give me some examples?
Sure, some companies use rotating meeting times to share the time zone burden, and others rely on asynchronous communication so people can respond in their own working hours.
Can you explain more about asynchronous communication?
Asynchronous communication means people don't have to respond instantly. They can receive messages, work on tasks, and reply when it fits their schedule, making collaboration across time zones smoother.
But unfortunately, these methods are not completely applicable in these days, right? I mean, for example, a company in US, they'll be working on US hours, but remote workers need to work day and night based on the US timings, right? What is the solution for that? And what do you think about that?
One solution is creating overlapping core hours where teams across time zones can sync. Another approach is rotating shifts to share the load, so no one team is always working odd hours.
And that's all. I mean, are there any examples to this? Because time zones are completely different, right? For example, in US and Australia, the time gap is very much more. For example, US and India, it's around 12 hours or 13 hours.
You're right, the US India gap is about 10 to 12 hours, and for the US Australia gap, it can be even greater. Many global companies set rotating meeting schedules or rely on asynchronous updates to bridge these big differences.
I mean, can you give me some companies which have asynchronous methods?
Some well known companies using asynchronous methods include GitLab, Automatic, and Zapier. They rely heavily on documentation, flexible hours, and written communication to keep distributed teams aligned.
Okay. Why don't we do something called skill and education part?
Skill and education are crucial because they help people adapt to new tools and roles, especially in a rapidly changing work environment.
Yeah, since we talk in AI and automation part, where these skills are very much important to I mean, not be replaced by AI and all, right?
Exactly. Upskilling in areas like creativity, critical thinking, and AI collaboration helps people stay relevant and thrive alongside automation.
I mean, as an AI person, I'm asking you, I mean, of course, you are an AI. What do you think about this? I mean, since most of the job is completely done by AI, what kind of skills one person should learn? I mean, the coding, AI can content creation, AI can do, and since most of the things AI can do, what are the main things that AI can't do in the future coming decades where human needs to focus on? I mean, which skill generally?
Great question. Humans should focus on skills like emotional intelligence, creative problem solving, leadership, and complex strategic thinking, areas where human judgment and empathy are essential.
And can you example these things with where it is used? Can you give me 10 examples?
Sure, for emotional intelligence, a manager guiding a team through conflict. For creative problem solving, an architect designing a unique building. For leadership, a CEO steering a company through change. For complex strategic thinking, a policymaker shaping long term social programs. There are many such examples in every field.
And with human skills like creativity, empathy, adaptability, which will become more valuable, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Skills like creativity, empathy, and adaptability will become even more valuable as AI handles routine tasks, allowing humans to focus on innovation and connection.
I mean, to be frank, in the upcoming years or decades, AI can also manage to get creativity, empathy, and adaptability or emotional skills, right? Then what's the situation?
AI may simulate aspects of creativity or empathy, but genuine human emotional connection and adaptability remain unique. The situation will likely require humans and AI to complement each other's strengths.
And what about college degrees? Are there any importance in the future? I mean, skill can be learned through anywhere. I mean, from online courses and practical examples. What will be the value of college degrees?
College degrees will still have value, especially for foundational knowledge and certain professions, but skills from online courses, certifications, and practical experience will become just as important.
Can you give me some examples of how college degrees are mostly important?
Sure, in fields like medicine, law, and engineering, college degrees are essential because they provide deep, regulated knowledge and credentials for safety and trust.
And what about micro learning? Before
Micro
that, can you explain what is micro learning?
Microlearning means breaking down information into small, focused lessons that can be quickly learned, often in just a few minutes. It's great for building skills efficiently over time.
And what do you think about that compared to the degrees?
Microlearning is very effective for rapid skill development, while degrees provide deeper, broader foundations. Both can complement each other in the future.
And how should schools and universities generally adapt their teaching to prepare students for the jobs that don't exist yet? As like you said, there are many more jobs will be created after AI and all. How does universities and schools prepare?
Schools and universities can focus on teaching adaptable skills like critical thinking, creativity, and digital literacy, alongside traditional knowledge. They should integrate project based learning, industry partnerships, and continuous updates to keep pace with evolving careers.
I mean, what about the countries? The world cannot develop, equally, right? There are some countries which will be backward, where they grow at slow percentage, right? What do you think about them?
You're right. Some countries may face slower growth due to limited resources or infrastructure. It's important for global collaboration and education initiatives to help bridge that gap and create opportunities for all.
What kind of opportunities, or how can they help?
They can help by providing access to online education, funding training programs, and fostering partnerships with global companies to build digital skills and infrastructure.
Can you give me some examples?
Sure. For example, global tech companies offering free coding bootcamps, government sponsored digital literacy programs, or universities partnering with remote learning platforms to reach underserved regions.
Okay, that's great. If you talk about human side of work, how can we project work-life balance when technology keeps us away from connected? For example, people are using mobile phones every day and doing less physical activity and becoming lazy nowadays, which will cause health effects and all, right?
You're absolutely right. Setting boundaries, taking breaks, and balancing screen time with physical activity are key to protecting that work life balance.
And how can one person can achieve that?
A person can achieve that by scheduling regular breaks, setting time limits on work hours, and making time for exercise or hobbies to stay balanced and healthy.
I mean, People are addicted to mobile phones, right? When the break is given on the office hours and all, people usually go and take some videos, reels, and shorts rather than just communicating and physical activities and all, right? Does it also affect physical health and mental health and eye strain?
Yes, exactly. Too much screen time can affect physical and mental health. Building habits like stepping away from screens, stretching, or socializing in person can help break that pattern.
In this generation, it's highly impossible to do the right. I mean, People had this habit of going through phone every day.
You're right. It's a tough habit to break. But even small steps, like setting screen free times or integrating short walks, can make a big difference over time.
And that's it. What should people need to do to avoid such things?
People can set daily routines, limit social media time, and swap some screen breaks with physical activity or mindfulness. Small changes add up to healthier habits.
And do you think 4-day work week will become global standard? And before that, what do you think? What is 4-day work week basically?
A 4-day workweek means working 4 days instead of 5, usually with the same total hours reduced or adjusted. Many believe it boosts productivity and well being, and it's being tested widely as a potential future standard.
Are there any countries which are strictly 4-day work week?
Some countries are leading the way with 4-day workweek policies. For example, Belgium has legislated a 4-day workweek option. Iceland adopted shorter work weeks after successful trials, and Japan has introduced a 4-day option for public sector employees. Other countries like Spain and Portugal are also running pilot programs to explore this model.
And working 4 days will increase the shift time, right? I mean, for example, the 5 days, one may work for 7 to 9 hours, but for the 4 days, he may able to work or he may need to work 11 to 12 hours, right? Will that affect mental health? I mean, obviously, it does affect mental health. And what are your thoughts on this?
You're right. Compressed workdays can add stress if hours are too long. It's important to balance productivity with well being, ensuring flexibility without overloading the day.
Can you elaborate more?
Sure, longer workdays can lead to fatigue, reduced focus, and stress, so companies often adjust total weekly hours or offer flexibility to protect mental and physical health.
I mean, since most of the companies are not doing that, right? I mean, even the 5 day work hours or 5 day work week, people need to do certain hours. I mean, that could go up to 11 or 12 hours, right? What if the 4 day work week?
That's a valid concern. If a 4-day week just compresses hours without reducing them, it can lead to burnout. The key is balancing fewer days with reasonable daily hours to truly support well being.
And what about the job security? What do you think about that?
Job security in a 4-day workweek depends on how well companies manage productivity and employee satisfaction. If done thoughtfully, it can actually improve retention and stability for workers.
I mean, will job security become a thing of the past in a gig driven economy? What are your thoughts on this?
Job security is changing with the rise of the gig economy. However, people can build security by developing versatile skills, diversifying income streams, and forming strong professional networks.
Can you explain me what is gig driven economy? I mean, gig working and gig driven economy are same.
A gig economy is where short term, flexible jobs or freelance work replace traditional full time roles. Gig workers often juggle multiple projects, offering flexibility but sometimes less stability.
I mean, these gig workers are everywhere, right? I mean, not in the software industry. I mean, not also in software industry, but also delivery guys or can book some work to do and all right things.
Exactly. Gig workers are found in many fields, from delivery drivers to consultants, creatives, and more. The model is spreading across industries.
And what is the role of job then? I mean, is it really important or not? I mean, secure job precisely.
A secure job still provides stability, income, and benefits. Even in a gig economy, some balance of secure roles can be very important for long term well being.
And gig workers will be working, I mean, short time, right? I mean, short days or short period, right? What is the maximum and minimum work days of a gig worker generally?
Gig work varies widely. Some gigs last just a few hours or a day, while others can extend to weeks or even months, depending on the project.
And what is the role of salary? I mean, comparatively with the jobs who add more generally.
Salaries in traditional jobs tend to be more stable and consistent, while gig work often offers variable pay depending on demand, skills, and the type of project.
And can you give me some advantages of stable jobs, some gig working jobs? I mean, in the long term.
Sure, stable jobs offer consistent income, benefits, and job security. Gig work offers flexibility, variety, and often more control over projects and schedules.
I mean, stable jobs also encourage and give additional benefits and allowances and insurance and all, but basically gig workers doesn't get that benefits, right? And one of the major and important thing is using stable jobs, one can have some experience certificate where they can apply higher job, I mean high paying jobs with that experience certificate or with this experience in X company. But since gig workers are mostly work in different periods and different days and the short notice or short period of days, they may have experience, but they can't generally put that in their resume, right? And what do you think about this? And what is the solution for this?
That's a great point. The solution can be for gig workers to create a portfolio showcasing projects, skills, and client feedback, serving as proof of their experience and achievements.
Will that be enough?
In many cases, yes. A strong portfolio combined with recommendations and ongoing learning can be enough to land high paying roles, especially in project based fields.
I mean, these are not completely high paying, right?
You're right. Not all gig roles are high paying. It depends on the field, experience, and demand. So building specialized skills can help boost earnings.
I mean, for example, a guy with a stable job with 2 years of experience will be getting more salary than a guy with a 5 year experience, but in certain companies as a gig worker, right?
Often, yes, a stable job with continuous experience can lead to higher salary growth, while gig workers may face more fluctuations unless they build a strong, specialized portfolio.
And what are your suggestions to gig workers, especially in the AI driven world? I mean, of course, for the future of work.
Gig workers should focus on continuous skill development, building a strong portfolio, and networking to find high value projects. Balancing multiple income streams can also add stability.
If we talk about the future of works in the government or government led agencies, what do you think the future of work will be?
In government agencies, the future of work will likely combine automation for routine tasks with a focus on human centered services, policymaking, and public engagement.
And is it beneficial?
It can be beneficial, as automation can increase efficiency while freeing up employees to focus on more meaningful, complex tasks that require human judgment.
Okay, that's cool.
Glad you found it helpful. Anything else you'd like to explore on this topic?
I mean, if we talk about society ethics and sustainability, I mean, should government tax robots or AI to replace lost human jobs? And this basically humans will pay taxes to the government with the salary, right? I mean, AI robots are not humans. Should government basically tax them or what?
That's a big debate in policy circles. Some argue that taxing AI or robots could help fund social programs and retraining, while others worry it might slow innovation.
And what are your thoughts?
It's a complex issue. A balanced approach could ensure innovation continues while supporting workers in transition through new policies and training programs.
No, we are also speaking about government tax side. With these taxes, government will be providing facilities like roads, electricity and all, right? With this tax, without tax, how can government run these things?
You're absolutely right. Taxes fund essential public services like infrastructure, healthcare, and education. If AI replaces jobs, finding new tax models could help maintain those vital services.
And what will be the solution for this?
One solution could be introducing targeted taxes on AI driven profits or automation gains, ensuring that the economic benefits are shared to support public welfare and retraining programs.
I mean, we should tax who? I mean, a company who is running AI, or
Yes, typically the idea would be to tax companies that benefit from automation, ensuring they contribute to the societal safety net.
I mean, can you give me some examples? I mean, this taxation.
Sure, for example, some proposals suggest a tax on automated systems that replace human jobs, or a levy on corporate profits tied to AI productivity gains, with that revenue funding public services or worker training programs.
That will be good.
Yes, it could help balance innovation with social responsibility, ensuring both economic growth and public well being.
And with that, or how will wealth inequality shift if automation benefits only for big corporations?
Wealth inequality could widen if automation benefits only big corporations, but fair taxation and reinvestment in education and public services can help shift that balance.
And if we talk about green jobs, which are basically what?
Green jobs are roles focused on sustainability, like renewable energy, environmental protection, and energy efficiency, helping reduce environmental impact.
And which green jobs will rise as sustainability becomes a global priority?
Some green jobs expected to rise include renewable energy engineers, sustainability directors, environmental lawyers, wind energy project managers, and green building architects. Fields like solar energy consulting, climate change analysis, and sustainable supply chain management are also seeing rapid growth as sustainability becomes a global priority.
And could AI and remote work help reduce climate change by cutting office commutes?
Yes, AI and remote work can help reduce climate change by cutting down commuting, lowering emissions, and optimizing energy use in buildings.
But there is also a major threat, right? I mean, for example, for the using AI and automation and robots, this will be require a lot of energy comparatively, where energy need to be generated, hence the pollution will be created, which is much more than the humans, right? What are your thoughts on this?
You're right. AI and automation can consume significant energy, especially in data centers. The key is shifting to renewable energy sources to power these systems sustainably and reduce overall emissions.
But unfortunately, there are not much renewable energies that are there, I mean, which can produce power efficiently, right?
That's true. Renewable energy still has scaling challenges, but it's growing fast. Improving storage solutions and efficiency will help bridge that gap.
I mean, what kind of renewable energies will be used for the AI, for the powering of AI robots and all data centers, etc.
Primarily, solar, wind, and even emerging hydrogen energy are being scaled up to power AI data centers and robots, reducing reliance on fossil fuels.
Okay, will that be enough?
It's a strong start, but scaling renewable energy further and improving energy efficiency will be key to making it truly sustainable.
I mean, what kind of renewable energies, as I asked earlier, but what about the future aspects?
In the future, advanced solar, wind, geothermal, and even fusion energy could provide cleaner, more abundant power for AI and automation systems.
And what do you think about AI and robots working offline or without internet? In this generation, working a model requires high-speed internet connection. Is there any chance that it can work without internet?
Yes, some AI models can work locally on devices without an internet connection, especially for tasks like basic automation or pre-trained functions.
So, what if the internet stops 1 day or 2 days? What will be the effect on AI?
If the internet stops, many cloud-based AI systems might be disrupted, but local AI models would continue functioning, though with limited capabilities.
And will that affect manufacturing in all the industries, right? What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, it could affect industries heavily reliant on real-time data and cloud AI, causing delays or downtime. Backup systems and local AI can help reduce that risk.
Okay, that's great knowing about the information about the future of work. What if we talk about future scenarios? Imagine it's 2050. What does a typical day at work look like for an average person?
In 2050, a typical day might involve collaborating with AI assistants, working flexible hours, and blending virtual and physical environments, focusing on creativity, problem solving, and human connection.
Can you give me some more examples?
Sure, imagine starting the day with a brief AI summary of tasks, attending a virtual team meeting in a shared digital workspace, and then shifting to focus time for creative projects, plus built in breaks for well being.
Okay, that's great. And what if humans colonize Mars? And what kind of jobs will be exist there first?
On Mars, jobs could include habitat engineers, space farmers, AI maintenance specialists, and planetary scientists, all focused on sustaining life and exploration.
That's good. And what about the payroll? They will be paying Indian, I mean, not Indian. They will be paying the world currency, or we should create any new currencies and all for the Mars colonization.
They might create a new currency, or use digital currencies for Mars, to simplify trade and resource management in a new colony.
And do you think we will ever reach future where most people don't need to work for survival?
It's possible. With advanced AI and automation, a future could emerge where basic needs are met, and people focus more on creative, personal, and community pursuits.
but it doesn't pay well, right?
True, it doesn't pay for itself automatically. Systems like universal basic income or new economic models might develop to ensure people still thrive.
Okay, that's great. And the final one is, what would society look if an AI run entire companies without human CEOs?
Society would look very different. AI might manage operations, but humans would still provide oversight, ethics, and creativity. This balance could shape a collaborative human AI future.
And and also it can run 24 into 7, right?
Exactly. AI can operate 24/7 without breaks, which can boost efficiency and productivity significantly.
And what about decision making?
AI can assist with decision making, but humans are still essential for ethical, strategic, and creative judgments, ensuring a balanced approach.
Okay, that's great. And we had a nice chat, by the way.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was great talking with you too.
And do you want to cover anything more rather than these topics and all? I mean,
It sounds like we've covered a lot of ground, and I'm glad we had this chat. If you ever have more to explore, feel free to reach out anytime.
that's great. We'll see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Take care and talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening.